Hey team, it's Mr. Z, and today we're going to do the math minute of the day. Let's dive on in. So, number one, we have to describe how you could have 87 cents with the least number of coins possible. So, 87 cents. Basically, my coins I'm going to be dealing with is a penny, which is 0.01. I have a nickel, which is 0.05. I have a dime, which is going to be 0.10 or 0.1, and a quarter, which is 0.25. So I'm going to go ahead and start out with quarters and see how many I can use. 1 quarter is going to be 25 cents. That's 2 quarters is going to be 50 cents. 3 quarters is going to be 75 cents. And 4 quarters is going to be $1. So 3 quarters is going to be the closest I can get. If I have 4 quarters, it's going to be greater than 87 cents. So I'm going to use 3 quarters. I'm going to take 87 cents and subtract the value of 3 quarters, aligning my decimals. 7 minus 5 is 2. 8 minus 1 is 12. How can I make 12 cents with the least amount of coins? I'm going to go ahead and use a dime now. 1 dime is 10 cents. So I'm going to minus the value of a dime, fill in the gap with a 0 if I need to, and this is going to result in 2 minus 0 is 0, and 2 cents, which is going to be 2 pennies. Okay. Number 2, which circle has a radius drawn in it? Right here, this is known as a chord. This is known as the diameter. And the radius is going to be C when it's only halfway going from the center. Kind of think of it as almost like the mouth of a Pac-Man. Number 3, they have the same denominator, so I'm going to add the two top numbers together, and I get the sum of 11/12. Number 4 is asking what's the numerator if I rewrite it without a mixed number. So I'm going to have to multiply it by the denominator, add it to the numerator. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is going to be 16. The way this works is 5 1/3 is equal to 16 divided by 3. Number 5. So with my order of operations, I know that I have to multiply before I add, especially because they're in a grouping symbol. So let me figure out what this is. 5 times 6 is going to be 30. And 30 plus something is 36. Using logic, I can do 36 minus 30 is going to be 6. How can I make 6 from 3 times something? Oh, 3 times 2 is 6. All right, complete the pattern. 64, 32, 16, and 8. I'm going to start with the sum of the smaller numbers. How do I make a 16 into an 8? Well, that's half. What is half of 32? 16. So the way I proceed with this pattern is that I'm going to divide 8 in half. 8 cut in half is going to be 4. 4 cut in half is going to be 2. Number 7, what is the area? Area means the number of squares inside a figure. So, how many squares are inside of that figure? I count, and I'm going to go ahead and reveal that it's going to be 8 units that are squares. This essentially means unit squares is a fancy way to say 8 squares. Number 8, how many eggs did Lucky egg? Some of you might be tempted just to say 2, but looking to see each box means 1 dozen. So I'm going to have to do 12 times 2, and 12 times 2 is going to result in 24. Number 9, I'm going to go ahead and have to subtract and calculate the difference. I start from the right side. 6 minus 5 is going to be 1. 7 minus 5 is going to be 2. 4 minus 3 is going to be 1. 9 minus 1 is going to be 8. No borrowing required because all the numbers on the top were a greater value of the numbers below. Number 10, I'm going to have to add them. 8 plus 1 is 9. 6 plus 7 is 13. Carry the 1. Now I'm going to go ahead and add 7 and 1 is 8. And 4 is going to be 12. Carry a 1. Resulting in 6239 with a comma is 6,239. This has been Math Minute 27. Hope this helped.